Good morning, everyone. It's September 11th, and we recall today the anniversary of that fateful day 19 years ago, those 9/11 terrorist attacks on our country. 19 years ago this morning, I was getting ready to celebrate a funeral at Blessed Sacrament Cathedral. I was in the sacristy getting vested when the secretary ran over and said, "You have to come and see this." So I ran back to the rectory and saw the images on the television of the second plane flying into the World Trade Tower. It was a day that will be forever etched in my memory. All throughout that day, I kept thinking about the thousands of lives that were lost. I kept thinking about the first responders and all those who put their lives on the line to save those poor innocent victims of that fateful day. As we remember this day, I think of the words from the Book of Lamentations. My soul is deprived of peace. I've forgotten what happiness is. I tell myself my future is lost, all I hoped for from the Lord. Remembering it over and over again leaves my soul downcast within me. And yet the author continues, "Yet I will call this to mind as my reason to have hope. The favors of the Lord are not exhausted. His mercies are not spent. They are renewed each morning. So great is God's faithfulness." We're 19 years away from that fateful day, 9/11, 2001. Yet we know that our world still has a long, long way to go to achieve that peace for which Christ bids us pray. And so we ask God's blessing upon us today as we pray this prayer for September 11th. Holy God, we pray for our world and for all the families and communities that have been so grievously torn apart by violence. We pray for the healing of so many wounded souls and bodies. We pray for the healing of so many hearts that have been touched by pain and loss. We pray for the healing for those who care for the wounded, the dying, and the dead. Holy God, we pray for peace in paradise for all who have died, for peace and calm assurance for our leaders, that they may seek to shape a world without violence, for peace in place of hatred in the hearts of those who plot evil, for peace and the work of justice in place of cries for vengeance. For all of us, and especially for all who mourn, we pray for that peace which surpasses all human understanding. All this we ask in your holy name, the one holy and living God, who guides and sustains us both now and forever.